Hi guys, so today we are going to be creating our next animation for Alfredo's kitchen. Alright, let's go. Alright, so this is where we stopped. So I want to create something for Alfredo's kitchen. So we are going to click on this plus, or we just go to the home. For mobile version, you just go to the home, and then we're going to click on video. But now we need a different size. We need a mobile size, right? A mobile size for our video. So let's click on this. And so we have our mobile size here. And we have that. And remember, it's for Alfredo's kitchen. So we have our frame. Our frame is empty. So let's create what we want to have here. So let's bring our shape. This one is going to be a little bit fast and simpler than the previous one we did. But you know, you're still going to learn something from it. All right. I want to apologize for not taking you on gradient and explaining how the gradient works. But in this section, I'm going to show you how gradient works. Let's make sure it's centralized. All right, let's zoom out. All right, so now we want a gradient color fill on this. Right now it is gray, but we want a gradient. Now what is gradient? Gradient is just the movement of one color to another. Yeah, the movement of one color to another. So as you can see here, this is like yellow moving to purple, or purple moving to yellow, right? This is blue moving to black, right? So it depends on what we want, right? So we want, let's click on see all. Let's use this first. So this is black moving to white. So we are going to edit this gradient, right? We are going to edit this gradient. So with every gradient you have, you kind of have the colors here, but you can also edit the gradient. So when I click, when I click, you know, I'm going to see the style, right? You can choose what style, the movement from the left to right, up to down, you know, or whatever. But what we want is, you know, white on the top and black. So let's change this black to, so let's click on this and change this black to red. Great. So as you can see, to edit your gradient, I'm going to do this again. To edit your gradient, right? You are going to, as you can see, double click on this, and it's going to show you the components of the gradient. You can add more colors to your gradients. Let's try to add another color to our gradient, and now you can see we have green, white, and red. But that's not what we want. And you can, you can change it to different shapes and size, but that's not what we want. So what we want is just one color, white, moving into red. So I'm going to double click on this, or just click on it, and change the black to red. When I've done that, then I'm going to bring in my image. You know, we have shawarma, we have, you know, let's just put in our text first. Alfredo, Alfredo's. Reduce the size. Let's bring it down here. Make the color white. Let's highlight everything. To Alfredo's, bring in another text. Top picks. Let's change the font of this to Anton. I think Anton works. All right, we're gonna have it here. Reduce the size a bit. Yeah, make sure everything is centralized. And let's change the color to white also. Okay, I think this works. So let's bring in either shawarma or pizza. I think we can do pizza. So let's go to element and search for pizza. So let's go to photos. So we need something that doesn't have a background, or that has a background that we can easily take out. So thank God this doesn't have a background. We are going to just increase the size. Yeah, so it's in the middle. And so we have that. So let's add the text here. Shawarma. Warma. So if we leave the text like this, it's gonna be too big. So let's break it and reduce the line spacing. Okay, so let's change the font for this. Oh no. Oh no. Try this. Okay, I think we can use that. So shawarma, and let's change the color to black so that we can see it properly. So let's centralize it. So we have that, and then we are going to bring in other what do you call it, other items, other picks. So let's bring in the tacos. Remember we made flyer for tacos. Oh, we made flyer for tacos in one of the classes. So let's look for tacos. Okay, I think this is it. So this is coming with a background, so you need to do the BG remover. That is why you need to subscribe for Canva. It's so affordable. Please subscribe, and so you can participate very well. Let's wait for it to finish removing the background. Okay, good, it's done. So let's reduce the size, because we want the effect to kind of feel like when it comes into this frame, it enlarges to show us what it looks like when it's enlarged. So let's put this here. And now we bring in shawarma. Oh, sorry, this is pizza. Oh my god. So this is pizza. Oh man, what has shawarma done to me? Okay, so we have pizza, and let's bring shawarma. So let's look for kind of shawarma that will work for us. Something that can work. Something we can easily remove the background. let's see what this looks like. Okay, so this will work, and great, it doesn't have background. We just need to rotate it so it stands upright, and reduce the size. Just put half of it here. All right, so we are almost set for our work or our animation. So we are going to play around this, right? So let's put an animation to the text first. Let's just, yeah, something that fits in, or let's try something else. Let's use, okay, no, we don't want that. Shawarma is going to not let us because of the length of the text. So let's use something else. No. Okay, yes, let's use this. So pizza. All right, so we are going to duplicate this, duplicate page, and duplicate again. All right, so because we have 3 products, so we are going to the next frame, and what we are going to do in the next frame is we want to move this pizza here and move the tacos into the frame and then change the color. So we are going to move pizza out of the frame, bring in tacos into the frame, take shawarma to this point, and bring pizza to this point, but then we are going to reduce pizza size, and just make sure it's half of it that is showing. And now we are going to increase tacos size, and make sure shawarma is not out of the frame. So we have this. Now we are going to change this color. Remember, is the color of, yeah, remember our brown color. We are not losing because we are moving to animation. We are still sticking with our brand colors. So we have that, and then we have to change the text to tacos. All right, so we have that, and then for this, remember that shawarma is here, and let's make sure tacos is centralized. Great. So when shawarma moves here, pizza is going to come here, and then tacos is going to come here. So that's what we want to do. Or we can just delete this one and duplicate this one that we just adjusted. So now we are moving pizza to this point. We're moving tacos to this point, and shawarma is supposed to be in the frame. So let's just do that. Reduce the size of tacos. You need to remember the size of tacos, or the size of the elements, before you enlarge them and after you enlarge them. It's really going to help your work look better. So let's increase shawarma, and then we have to change the text. Shawar. Okay, I think it's too close to each other. Let's reduce the line spacing. All right, so we have that, and we have to change the color to mustard. Yeah, something like this. And so we have, so let's add our transitions, match and move, and also transition between this and this should be match and move. And once we do that, once we do that, we can play and see what we have done so far. Okay, great. Okay, so we can see that the timing is too much between them, right? So this is 4.7 seconds, or this should be 5 seconds. So let's reduce to like 2.5 seconds each. Okay, now let's see. All right, so we've been able to do that. Just to give continuity, let's duplicate each of them and align them together. So let's duplicate this, duplicate. Let's move it to the last, duplicate this, move it to the last, duplicate this, and then move it to the last. And so let's play and let's see. Pizza, tacos, shawarma. Pizza, tacos, shawarma. Okay, so there's no transition between this. So as you can see, we need to put a transition. That was why it wasn't so good there. Some of you may not even notice, but yeah, let's play. Wait, there's a glitch. There's a glitch, so let's stop it and play it again. Pizza, tacos, shawarma. Pizza, tacos, shawarma. So as you can see, they all look like they are rotating, and yeah, so we just gave life to this graphics, and we're going to be dealing on a more complex graphics in graphics animation in the next class. But yeah, so far so good. I want you to do this and also do something for your brand. All right, bye.